Videos on racism and Boulder Police Department. Now, there's this Sammy Lawrence feller who was assaulted by the same officer that I was. That'd be Officer Lolatai. Now, you notice there's a lot of background noise. That's why it's difficult for me to do things in Starbucks. However, the people here are kind to me. They treat me decent. They treat me like I'm a human being. Most places I don't get that treatment. Most places it's assumed I'm up to no good because I'm homeless, because I'm not pretty, because I'm not young, because I'm not female. Sammy Lawrence was not targeted because he was black. He was targeted because he was homeless. Or rather, he looked homeless. He was assaulted by the same officer I was, Officer Lolatai, one of many officers who went out of their way to assault me repeatedly and lie. These officers lied on the stand. They prevented me from being able to go to a civil courtroom. See, in a civil court, I could show all of the threats and the harassment by the Bollinger family and by their friends, including the threats against my life and my friends' and family's lives. But the Boulder police, after being assaulted by Lolatai, the Boulder police wanted to hide that. They wanted to hide the fact that they refused to do their jobs for over a year before Natalie was even killed. As far as the officers in Natalie's case, they should have told the truth to the media. As soon as they knew I didn't kill Natalie, they should have come forward about it. However, I believe I was informed there were 7 press releases about Natalie's case before they found Joseph Michael Lopez. Not once, not even once, did they bring that up. Now, my mom doesn't care about me, obviously. Neither does my dad. They care about themselves. They're selfish people. My mom didn't care. She didn't. Matter of fact, she treated me like shit for being at my grandma's funeral, but didn't treat my brother like shit for being there. And then when she had issues with my brother, she didn't want to deal with it. She had me do it because my mother is a coward. Just like my dad. Now, these people didn't want to help me clear my name for things that I didn't do. And then they wanted to get pissed off that I exposed them for things that they did. Well, maybe they should have tried being family. I've been speaking out about this treatment for years, how former foster kids are used to make money for the pharmaceutical companies by putting mass quantities of drugs into them. How it's alright for people in the system to rape children and abuse their position of authority because nobody's going to listen. Because my mom was in rehab for drugs. My dad was in prison for drugs. So there was nobody in my corner. After Natalie died, there's a lot of stuff both of my parents could have done. Neither one of them did anything. Trying to do what my dad wanted. Maybe if I do what my dad wants, he'll take the time to listen, but he didn't. He didn't care. He didn't care that me doing what he wanted was going to screw me. I tried to explain it to him. He didn't care. Kept telling me that's not the way it is. But then, when I spoke to him about the police and the way that they were to me, he agreed with me 100% on that. He said they're too big to take on. No, they're not. People take them on all the time and win lots of money. That's something that should appeal to my dad. There was a woman who was treated the way that I was. Now, this woman had family who cared. She was treated the way I was. She won $3 million. $3 million. Meanwhile, I'm not even allowed to make a report. If I try to, I get assaulted again and again and again and again. Please help me get an honest day in court. I can prove that these court dates were done illegally. They prevented me from going to those civil courts because I could have shown evidence not just against the Bollingers, but also against the police. And that's why they were so heavily invested in making sure that I couldn't. When I went to talk to Amanda Jonas, it was supposed to be to make a report about the assault in the Boulder hospital. She never took that report.
So what do you think?
I need an honest day in court. A lot of people are mad at me because I was screaming. I was screaming because I needed help. Not the help that you guys want to pretend like I need. No, I needed to be able to defend myself against these predators, the Bollingers and the police.